Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm thrilled to share with you the process of digitally painting one of my favorite video game characters, Astarion from Baldur's Gate 3. From line art to shading, we'll be diving into every step of the creation process. Let's get started. Alright, so the first step in bringing Astarion to life is creating the line art. With his charismatic personality, I wanted to capture every detail of his character in the initial sketch. We all know what he's doing, so I had to make this a little saucy. From his sharp features to his piercing gaze, I'm carefully outlining each aspect of Astarion's appearance. It's all about capturing his essence with the gesture and the expression. After the line art was complete, I added the base colors. Now let's bring Astarion to life with some shading. I'm playing with light and shadow to create a sense of drama and intensity, emphasizing his features and adding depth to the painting. When I paint, I always do a really flat base shading pass first, as if the character is being lit from the front, especially if I'm doing nighttime or dramatic lighting, and then at the very end I add in the lighting effects. With each stroke, I try to enhance the three-dimensional quality of the figure, bringing Astarion off of the canvas in the most realistic way possible, while still staying a little stylized, of course. Also, it wouldn't really be Astarion without rippling abs and a very apparent lack of shirt, would it? The most difficult part for me was painting the skin, actually. I typically tend to go with a very dead-looking skin tone for my vampires when I do paint them, but Astarion still has a little bit of life left in his skin. You wouldn't really know he was a vampire unless you looked very closely at him, and I appreciate that from a lore perspective, so I had to adjust my color palettes just a little bit to make sure he's still pale looking, but not as translucent or dead as I typically paint my vampires. I wanted to draw a lot of inspiration from the original Dracula films starring Bela Lugosi. It's one of my favorite films visually, so I gave Astarion these dark, bruised almost looking kind of eyes, and I'm going to hit the painting with the classic Bela Lugosi lighting that he has in the film. A bar of light goes across his eyes, and I think it's so dramatic and so beautiful, but that will come at the end. I'm still trying to figure out how I like to stylize hair. I think I'm getting closer, but I need to really draw more, and I need to practice hair of different lengths, different colors, and different textures. Astarion's hair was a little bit of a challenge for me because it is wavy, it's not quite curly, it's not quite straight, and so I had to take a lot of care when drawing each of the individual sections to make sure that they didn't look like they were too fake looking or that they didn't lay properly on his head. Fortunately, in this artwork, he's not wearing very much clothes because it's Astarion, let's be real, and this part of the process was actually very quick. I don't normally do fan art, but I don't know if you're like me, Baldur's Gate 3 touched me in a way that a video game has not touched me in a long time. The writing was so impactful, and the gameplay was just so fun that I knew I had to do some kind of artwork to celebrate it. Oopsies, so I totally forgot to record the process of painting the background and lighting effects for this piece, but even without the footage, I'm still excited to share the final result with you. Before we wrap this up, I have to give a huge shout out to Neil Newbin, the fantastic actor behind Astarion, for rating one of my Twitch streams. Your support and your inspiration mean the world to me. And there you have it, Astarion brought to life with dramatic Dracula-inspired lighting and a spooky purple Feywilds-inspired background. I hope you enjoyed watching the process as much as I enjoyed creating it. If you're a fan of digital art content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Who was your favorite character in Baldur's Gate 3? Until next time, keep creating and stay inspired. Bye for now.